Hello, how are you? I want to continue today a little bit, but I really want to point out a connection between a video I made several videos ago on this firestorm on one of the German cities at the end of the Second World War. And somebody on BitChute, thank you so much, recommended a book and a video called Hellstorm, which described very well the genocide that was going on against Germany at the end of the World War II, especially the killing of innocent civilians, women and children. It had nothing really to do with the war. And systematically killing. A systematic killing of German people, of the German Volk. I use the German word for it. And it reminded me again of what this beast out of the earth will do, or how the beast out of the earth is described. And people, if you cannot see it, please watch this video. I will put it in the link. I put it in the link of that video I made about Pforzheim and that firestorm. But many maybe have not seen that link because I added it later. But I will put it on the link this time. And if you cannot see it, people, that this description of the beast out of the earth relates to the United States. I cannot help people anymore. Of course, my videos do not go out there. I want to thank really everybody for all your comments, especially that one person on BitChute. Very thankful for all your information. Thank you so much. Sure glad. Rumble people, I'm sorry, but I do not answer your comments. If you have a comment, please leave it on YouTube or BitChute. Rumble is the same. It's worse, I think, than YouTube. My videos are not going out there. So I don't know what it is, why. I have no idea. I'm just, at this point, I'm leaving it in God's hands. And I'm hoping that if God wants these videos to be reached, or reach certain people, then it will. But most people are stuck. They're closed-minded. They don't want to see the truth, which is very unfortunate. But please watch this video called, I think it's called Hellstorm. And, of course, written by an American. And then you can read the description of this beast out of the earth, and maybe it will open your eyes and make you realize that this beast out of the earth is the United States. I've said that over and over again in my videos, but I'm hoping that I will reach at least one more person with this new video. I'm hoping. Please, people, share my videos. Give me a thumbs up. I don't think the thumbs up will help any. Please comment, which I'm really thankful. People, your encouragement, just your encouragement alone, helps me to continue. I get very discouraged because I don't see these videos going out, and I feel many times that I'm just wasting my time, but then I hear your comments and I'm encouraged to continue. Thank you so much for your encouragement. It just means so much to me. So today again, and I know if you're not new, if you've seen my videos, you know this is not anything new. But maybe it will help you to share this video with somebody else, so somebody else's eyes will be opened. People, it's unbelievable watching that video. It's unbelievable to think and imagine that, well, no, I don't have to imagine it, it is the truth, that America, and yes, people can say, oh, no, it's not, we had nothing to do with it, it was our presidents, it was our leaders, had to do something with total annihilation of a people group. Of course, they were influenced, if you know the information about history, the real history, people, not just what you hear in the history books, that you can actually say, oh yeah, it's the Zionists that influenced Roosevelt. I think it was Roosevelt at the time that was the president during the Second World War. But then who was the general who again then killed all the German soldiers after the war? Just totally, killed them. You have to see it, I guess, in order to believe it. It was Eisenhower, who later became President Eisenhower. Ruthless leaders. Yeah, they were influenced by Zionists, sure, but I can't blame then the Jews for what the Zionists are doing. Oh yeah, most Zionists are Jews, right? But then again, they're not even real Jews. They're like these Khazar or whatever Jews. And they're easy victims to be used to go against certain people. But I want to look at Revelation 13 today so you can see and not be fooled about what's going on today. History will continue, people. And unfortunately, I think there's consequences to an action. Even they say, you don't know and you protect a criminal, you are also, can be charged. Yeah. How much can the American people be held responsible for what happened during the Second World War? Of course, we're always hearing, right, history books. Oh, it was all the Germans' fault, it was all Hitler's fault, it was all the Nazis' fault. No, we don't have to look at our own responsibility in the situation, as long as we can blame others. As long as we can blame others, we don't have to look at the whole history. We don't have to look at who Churchill was, what kind of ruthless leader he was. And he was ruthless, a very ruthless leader. And he was in leadership of the Brits, the English, actually during the First and the Second World War. Ruthless leader. But yeah, if we in the United States will have to pay for the sins of our fathers, it will not look good. And really, we've been so far spared in the United States. Spared. Oh yeah, we had 9/11. People made this big hoopla about 9/11. But compared to the people that were killed, millions, they made it look like there were 6 million Jews killed in Germany during the Holocaust, and most likely not the case. But the German death through these firestorms, hellstorms, were far higher. Double, more than double. I'm sure more than double, because there were more than double the amount of people living in Germany compared to the Jews. But let's look at Revelation so you understand that this beast out of the earth, or false prophet, it's the same thing. False prophet, beast out of the earth, is the United States. And why people need to stop thinking that we are a Christian nation. That makes everything worse, because we are being brainwashed to believe we are a Christian nation when we are not. We have been falling away from the faith because we opened the door to dispensationalism. Lies after lies after lies after lies we have allowed to come into our churches. And now they're lost. They're dark. And we're blind. And I'm saying we, because I'm talking about Americans as a whole. I am from Germany. I was born in Germany. I have still citizenship in Germany, but I also have American citizenship. And so therefore I also feel responsible for what is happening, or what has happened in the United States. It's mine as well, heritage. I can't say, no, I'm not responsible, because I can see what our government is doing today, and they have not changed anything. Nothing has changed. They continue the same thing. They continue and support the same thing. What's happening at Gaza is the same thing. Oh, we relentlessly bomb the people of Gaza, and then we are making it look like it's their fault. Oh, it's their fault. They're hiding their soldiers, or they're hiding Hamas, or whatever. Oh, they're saying, oh, you know what? Hamas is hiding behind the women and the children. No, that was not the case in Germany. The soldiers were in the front. There was hardly anybody left behind. All the men were either in Russian front or in D-Day front, which was in France. There was nobody at home. People were starving at home, especially people in the cities were already starving. I know it. My family is from the countryside, and luckily they grew their own food. But my mother was always talking about the people that came from the city. They stole. Sometimes they worked for the whole day just for a meal. So I know people in the cities were starving at the end of the war. But no, that was not enough. It was not enough. It was not enough for Churchill. It was not enough for whoever in America gave the okay to totally relentlessly bomb German cities. Please watch that movie or that video, and you will be shaking your head and will not be able to sleep. But let's go back to the beast out of the earth. A beast, people, if you do the study in Daniel 7 and you compare that to Daniel 2, I hope it gets in your head that a beast is an empire. In Daniel 7, the world is divided. Human history is divided into 4 parts, 4 beasts, 4 empires. And the last empire will last until Jesus returns. This is not divided into 4 rulers, separate. No, it's 4 parts, one after the other. So then when we go to Revelation 13, we see the 4th beast out of the sea with the horns. Come on, you have to compare it. The last beast of Daniel, 10 horns, 10 horns. We find that in Revelation. But John saw another beast, almost paralleling this 4th beast. It's not paralleling, but just paralleling at the end. It jumps in when that 4th beast out of the sea had a head wound. So it was wounded, severely wounded. Because it was wounded, this 5th beast, really, world beast, had to jump in. Daniel did not see that 5th beast. And I call it 5th beast, or you can say the 2nd beast of Revelation. When we look at world empires, it's really the 5th empire. And again, it jumped in when that last beast of Daniel, the 4th beast, had a head wound. Now we need to think. 4 empires, the last empire lasts all the way to the end. That means this 4th beast out of the sea is Europe, the Holy Roman Empire, which came out of the Roman Empire. Okay? And it will last until the end. Of course, it transformed when it had the head wound. It was transformed. And now today it's called the European Union. People, there is no gap in between the empires. One empire after the next. It's not one ruler. Because one ruler you cannot divide human history into 4 rulers without seam, without gap. Oh yeah, there's a ruler here, there's a ruler here, there's a ruler here. You can't say, 4 rulers, like, okay, there's Hitler, there's Napoleon, there's whoever. Okay? You can't do that. It's empires. It's absolute empires. A beast is an empire. Somebody explains it any different way, they're wrong. They're wrong. Please pray that the Holy Spirit will open your eyes. That's all I can say. Pray that the Holy Spirit opens your eyes if you still don't see it. So then we come to this last beast out of the earth. And it is being described here in Revelation 13, starting with verse 11. Then I saw a second beast. Now it was the second beast, of course, of John, coming out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb. A lamb is innocent, but it spoke like a dragon. And you know, if you might know my videos, I always tell you, I don't think that A should be in there. It spoke like dragon. What dragon? Not like a dragon, but it spoke like dragon. What dragon are we talking about here? Well, we heard about the dragon in Revelation 12. We also heard about the dragon in the previous beast. The previous beast got its power from the dragon. The dragon actually created the first beast. The dragon created or took over the second beast. Who is the dragon? The dragon is Satan. Please read the previous chapter. Okay? No, it's the dragon is Satan. And that's why this word A shouldn't be there. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like dragon. Yes, it may have started innocent. Yes, it may have started out like, oh yeah, we're giving liberty to people. Oh yeah, it's a democracy and whatever you want to put on it. Freedom for the people, it's something for the people. Yeah, that's that lamb speaking. But very soon afterwards, it spoke like dragon. It imperialistic tendencies. Yeah, we're taking over and we are destroying. Imperialistic tendency, think about Rome. They annexed everything. They killed everybody. They made everybody slaves or whatever. They had to be absorbed by Rome. That's an empire. And the beast is an empire. It's imperium. It's empire, and it will absorb and kill and enslave. And that's what the dragon wants. That's what the dragon wants, people. He enslaves, he kills, he tortures. Yeah, that's the result. He does not care, and he uses people to do his bloody, dirty work. And it says, it exercises all the authority of the first beast on its behalf. The first beast is the Holy Roman Empire. And that's where the second beast gets its authority and power. And where does the first beast get its authority and power? From dragon. And that's why spoke like a dragon should have been a better translation. Second beast gets its authority and its power from the first beast, whose fatal wound had been healed. And today we're actually at that point where that fatal wound is healed. The beast out of the earth jumped in, First World War, and then the Second World War, made sure that this first beast got a fatal wound so they can take over the power. Yes, believe me, that is the way it went. We actually, Germany in those days, during the First World War still, was the heart at that time of Europe. And all the other countries were jealous. They want to make sure Germany is down and out. They already had that plan in the First World War. But then the Second World War came, then the Third Reich came, and Germany almost kind of relived again, almost revived again. And of course, they couldn't allow that. So that time, they totally put it out. That's what happened in the Second World War. It was planned, people. It was planned. They wanted to totally put out, destroy, not only Germany, the country, but the German people. That's what they did. And so this first beast, really had the power from where? Had the power from the dragon. And so the United States received that power from the dragon long before it became an empire. The First and Second World War actually gave the United States most of its power. Okay? So, and it performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to earth in full view of the people. Now that is what puts, and is always there in my mind. Yes, the British had a lot to do with the bombing, but mainly it was the German. It was not even the Russians. The Russians didn't even have the airplanes to do it. Neither did France. It was really the British and the Americans. And of course, they were allies. The British brought in the Americans because they wanted to totally wipe out Germany for good this time. And yeah, because of the Zionist propaganda in the United States, which started long before the Second World War, long before Germany retaliated against the Jews. That's why all this got started. So yeah, of course the Zionists allowed themselves to be an instrument of Satan, right here, the dragon, to destroy and head wound the first beast. It was all a plan, people. It was all a plan. And the plan continues. They continue to work at this plan. The United States is continuing to work on this diabolic plan. To what? To enter the Third World War. That's what their plan is. Remember I mentioned Pike, this Mason guy that was predicting, now should I say predict? No. He was saying it will happen. He was good, you can say predict 3 world wars. And we're working towards right now the third one right now. And again, I know that Germany will be totally wiped out during that war. In the beginning of that war, Germany will be totally wiped out. So, yeah, this is not gonna stop. But we need to understand that this is what their plan is. And really, it's this beast that we should understand is the one that is an instrument for Satan. End times instrument for Satan. This is because the science, it was given power to perform on behalf of the beast, first beast. It deceived the inhabitants of the earth. It ordered them to set up an image in honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. Talked about this image. Of course, the beast's image, right? And we can think, okay, what could that be? What could the mark be? What could be the image of the beast? Well, I keep saying, we have now cell phones that speak, TV. Well, we can add one more to this today, and that's AI. AI may have a lot to do with the image of this beast. We're going further and further in our technology, and that's what we get. And what does it say? And the second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the beast. What is America doing today? Working on this Stargate project. This AI, we want to be number one AI country of the world. Okay? So that the image could speak and cause all who refuse to worship the image to be killed. Now, again, worship means to bow down to the beast, to acknowledge the beast, to submit to the beast. That's worship. Many people think, they're like the worship that we're doing in church No, worship is just simply to submit and bow down to an image. That's what worship is. We are acknowledging you as God, in a sense. Now, what are they doing today? That's what they want to do today with AI. AI is the new God because AI can do so much better than God. That's what humanism is talking about today. Transhumanism. Because AI is the new God. And that's what they're working towards, and the United States wants to be number one in that. So yeah, if we don't bow down, if we don't acknowledge that this AI is God, we don't get the mark, we don't buy or sell. I've done a lot of videos about that. Don't be confused by this number 666. This number 666 can mean many things. Go by the description. We should know what images we have today. TV, of course, that's old. Computer, cell phone, and now then you go to AI, right? Kind of holographic images. But where it's coming from, it's from the beast out of the earth. Who is the beast out of the earth? Do we have to wait for some kind of antichrist? It'll be coming, who knows when? No. The bad guy is the beast out of the earth. The false prophet who has been here. No, and the false prophet is not the man of sin. The man of sin is Babylon the Great, which has been here for 1700 years, and who this beast out of the earth is also bowing down to. Why? Because of the dragon. The dragon chose the beast, the Babylon the Great, for its religious institution. And so even the beast out of the earth bows down to this religious institution. He will lose more and more in power, but it doesn't matter. The religious power has worked in the name of the dragon to elevate this country, United States, to an empire. People, I'm coming to an end. I want to keep my time down. There's so much more we could say, but this is an important video, so please share it. Share it again. People need to hear the truth, people. We are living in the end times, and Jesus, there is no doubt that Jesus will return soon. When I look at these videos about what happened in Germany, we still have a lot of, videos and footage left, real footage of what happened. It's just coming out now. They had it hidden for so long, and it's coming out. When we see it, people, and it's not an exception. It's not an exception. It continues to happen today. It continues to happen. The same, very same strategies and tactics and whatever are being used today. Same thing. Israel screaming, never again. The genocide that happened to the Jews, never again. But if you really look what Israel is doing today, it's the very, very, very same thing. Very same thing that happened, during or at the end of Second World War. They said, no, never again. Never again for their own people. But they're not saying never again for the whole humankind. No, they cannot even look that far because they are already trying to eliminate and kill other people. There is never any justification, never, to kill people. At least not for humans. Humans do not have the right to kill each other. They don't. We are humankind. We all belong to the same family. We don't have the right, the same species, to kill each other. Not even animals do that. Not even animals do that. Animals don't do that. Anyways, coming to an end. People, let the Holy Spirit guide you always.